Well, good evening, racing fans. Welcome to Racing Action from Grand River Raceway for this Friday evening. As you can see, lots of blue sky overhead. Our first dash will go to post in approximately 20 minutes. Track listed as fast, the announcer listed as slow. The temperature is going to be recorded as 22 degrees Celsius, not as warm it has been in the past, and also not as humid. So just a beautiful night here at Grand River Raceway. Let's get a look at the changes on this evening's card. In race number one Trophy Wife, removing the side rolls on the right and removing Murphy Blind on the left. And scratched is number 6, Eternal Embrace. Scratch the 6, Eternal Embrace. In the second race, scratched is number 5, Mac the Knight. Oh, correction. Oh, don't. No, it is correct. Blind bridle to blinkers. Director was asking me, what? And it's just me being stupid. Number 5, Mac the Knight, blind bridle to blinkers. We'll try to limit the stupidity to that particular mistake tonight, but I could be asking a lot. Race number 3, number 6, Smart Thinking, is actually scratched. Scratch number 6, Smart Thinking. Race number 4, no changes. Race number 5, no changes. Race number 6, no changes. Race number 7, number 1, Steinbeck, scratched. Race number 8, no changes. And race number 9, no changes. Once again, reviewing races 1 and 2. Race number 1, 5, Trophy of Wife, removing the side rolls on the right and removing the Murphy Blind on the left, and scratched is number 6, Eternal Embrace. And race number 2, note that number 5, Mac the Knight, blind bridle to blinkers. It is currently 16 minutes to post time to welcome in our co-host, handicapping expert, and Sugar. We're off to a flying start. I already butchered the changes. And, well, I promise that I'll try to not make any more mistakes this evening, but you know what? I don't like my chances.
You know what? Get one out of the way and, you know what? Turn the page and roll into a Friday evening race card, 9 dashes. Big day coming up Monday, though. 11 dashes on Industry Day. I've gone through the program for Monday, pal, and I like what I see.
Yeah, although in that Battle of Waterloo, and I spent about 3 seconds deciding who I liked on top. Bojangles too good.
You know what? He does pop off the page in there, Gary, but finally a decent post for Till the Cows Come Home, who's leaving right next door for Team Jameson. He's been the runner-up to Bojangles in those latest two when he's at post 9 and 10 to overcome at the big track of Woodbine Mohawk Park. So if there was a plan B, mild upset possibility, Till the Cows Come Home at a post 4.
And you know, those cows would come home at a good price, because I'm assuming Bojangles will get down in that 1 to 5 range or lower.
I agree with that. Hope for something like 4 to 6 to 1 until the cows come home. But I think you're right. Likely 1 to 5, 2 to 5 status for Bojangles.
The other thing that we were arguing about or discussing is who will be the favorite in the Battle of the Bells. I still think it's going to be Dea being the favorite. And are you with me or are you disagreeing?
I'm going to disagree with you because Team McNair on Industry Day always shows up. And how about Romantic Beauty, the career debut? I mentioned Bojangles when he won in 150-1 in the career debut. Huge. Romantic Beauty, 52-2. track record over the river in the career debut. I put that mile right up with Bojangles, as a stunner. So if she can find a way to even slightly improve off of that career debut, they're going to have a tough time catching her.
Yeah, and there's also some other good races, so it's a good card overall. The other thing we got to
Oh,
mention, we got to keep saying it, 12:30 post time.
that's right. It is an early start time and enhanced wagering menu too. You got a couple of $10,000 guaranteed pool pick fives. The pick fours are up as well. Three high fives on the card, Gary. Races 5, 10, and 11. And the high five finale, Battle of Waterloo, features a $7,500 guarantee on that pool. So players will be playing.
Yeah, and
Greg
look,
Blanchard, myself, we're going to be down on the desk. You're going to call all the action. It's going to be a great time.
oh, I love it. I actually work less and enjoy it more. You know what? One of the things in life, the less I work, the more happy I am. I don't know why that
Well,
is.
I go the other way, Gary. The more I work, the happier I am. People always say, "What do you do all summer when there's no racing in London?" Well, I'm with you tonight. I'm at Mohawk tomorrow. I'm at Clinton on Sunday and at the river on Monday. So it's always something to do for the sugar man in the summer months.
Oh, there you go. Well, just keep you trim and slim and all that work.
I wish.
Yeah, listen, I got nothing to say. I'm going in the wrong direction. I've had to let the hobbles out a little bit lately, and I don't think we're going to be trimming up the hobbles anytime soon. Although I'd love to, but it's just not going that direction.
I mentioned to Dan Clements this past week. We got involved in an accident there at Clinton last Sunday afternoon during a post break. He was up bright and early walking Monday morning, and I said to him, "You know what? You inspire me to be involved in an accident and get up, go walking out around London on Monday morning. I mean." I got to do more of that. Walking is good for just about everything you've got inside.
Yeah, well, I've been trying, but it's a work in progress. You know what? Also, we'll talk about that pick five at about 7 minutes to post time. I can also mention that 5 races this evening. I have a different top one than you, so we have some difference of opinion
That's a good
tonight.
thing.
Yeah. Well, that
Banter, right?
that just means five
Let's banter
races.
all night.
5 races that I'm probably guaranteed to be wrong because you're probably on the right one. We'll find out more about that, but at 7 minutes to post time, we'll do that. Pick five.
Hey, welcome back to the show, everyone. You're watching Grand River Raceway and live from, we are at Grand River Raceway Studios in London, Ontario. Backdrop, of course, from Grand River Raceway, and happy to be on board with you all to discuss some early pick five play. Just 9 dashes on tap for this evening's race card. And just one pick five opportunity, right? With 9 dashes, because we go pick five starting up race one. There is a pick four beginning race two. The late pick four starting up in race number 6 covers the final four. For just one pick five opportunity, you don't want to miss out here. Let's bring up some ticket ideas now. We'll see them brought to you by yours truly, Gary Guy, Conley Ecclestone, friend of the show. So for me, the opening leg of this pick five play, it is a $5,000 guaranteed pool. Early action came for the 2 Faithful and the 9 Wells Fargo. My top 2, though, and I'm going to stick to this all day, is the 4 10 Karat Gold and number 8 Show Me the Green, who's got 4 consecutive wins from this barn. And looking at the last trip, charted back half 56-3 to be there. And does show 57-3, lifetime best 3 back. I'm not worried about post 8 because this horse doesn't normally show early speed, but 12-1 right now has got to take some action as we near post time. 4 and 8 for me. It's very tough to go against the 410 Karat Gold in here, but my plan B would be the 8. Show Me the Green. Over into race number 2, another trotting event in there. I went 3, 4, 6, 7. Because I remember, number 3, Stonebridge Glee, last time out, made a break going up at the wide side in that final turn and coming out of it. Regroup was gaining and, was last in there, like ninth coming into the stretch. Finishing up 6th, only a length behind. Stonebridge Glee, if you can mind his manners in there, should get a huge shot in race number 2, leg 2 of the pick 5, opening leg for the pick 4 play. 3, 4, 6, 7 for me in race number 2. The third race, number 2, Dance Like a Skipper, very sharp game effort for victory there last time out. Paul McKenzie going back on board. Number 2, Dance Like a Skipper in the third. And also including number 4, Better on Ice, a pacing event for the third. It's the 2 and 4. Going deep again in race number 4, group of trotters. And some inexperienced trotters. Looks like mostly maidens there, the lone winner being number 4, Beach Bank. So for me, it's the 1, 4, 5, and 7. And on the pace, final leg of this pick 5 opportunity, number 1, Volcanic, as well as 5, State 1, Smiley. State 1 Smiley now racing for trainer Cassidy Schneider. Jason Ryan goes on board. I'm in for $25.60 on a 20-cent play. It's the one and only pick 5 opportunity on this Friday card at the River. Again, $5,000 guaranteed pool. Gary Guy standing by to go through his best go on the early pick 5.
You spent $25.60 and I went to my $9.60, and yet I have more horses than you in the first leg. I went 4 deep, so I do have your the first 2, the 4 and the 8, but also adding Faithful and Numero 10, and I think it's a fairly wide open dash. There's some horses that all have a decent shot.
And one thing we should be looking at, number 2, Faithful, keep a close eye on that one in post grade and maybe nearing post time, because she's got a bit of a tell. If she's running a little hot, she has a tough time settling down prior to going to the gate gear.
Yeah, and that's one that made breaks early in 2 of the last 4, but then the other 2 were tremendous, so that is interesting to watch for. And 9 Wells Fargo, we both left this one off, but yet also has been taking money, and it's Sean Stacy. So it'll be interesting, but at least I went 4 deep, but still my top 2 are the same 2 that you used. In race number 2, I'm only putting on the Sunday shoes, so that's one of your 4. You went 4 deep. I went single Sunday shoes. Race number 3, I added one. We have both the 2 and the 4, but I did also add number 7, Let's Get Pickled, and Let's Get Pickled is one that raced from off the pace last race at Mohawk to finish third in 53-1. So, yeah, I think is worthy of a shot in there. Race number 4. Well, I have 2 of your 4. I only use Beach Bank and Commander Soul, and those are your third and fourth choices. So I didn't use your top one, Charlie Cheeks. That could be my undoing.
Come on.
Yeah, could be my undoing. In race number 5, I used the same 2 as you. I did use Volcanic as my top horse, but it's the 1 and 5, State 1 Smiley and Volcanic. So that's just 960.
Your favorite number, right? It's tough to get away from that 960 play, right?
Well, that's how I figure out my bankroll.
That's how you roll. Conley Ecclestone, friend of the show, has got a pick 5 ticket lined up for us as well. What do you got for us, Conley? He's a single all day long in the opener with number 4, 10 Karat Gold. Trying to go 3 in a row over the river for trainer Shane Weber, Anthony Hahn on board. He's going 4 deep with the Trotters in the second race, 2, 3, 4, and 7. Pacing event in the third. Conley uses Sporty B, better on ice, punches and bunches, 3, 4, 5. Like that for Conley in the third. Back on the trot for the fourth race, Commander Saul, the 2-year-old. Conley will use with the 4 Beach Bank. And in the fifth and final leg of this one and only pick 5 opportunity, number 1, Volcanic, and the 5, State 1 Smiley. We're pretty much all on the same page. In that fifth and final leg, Conley matches your favorite number, 960, for his 20-cent pick 5 play. Again, this is a go-to wager at the river. Go-tos or pick 5s. Pick 4s will be starting up in races 2 and 6 this evening. There are high 5 opportunities, non-jackpot plays, featured in races 5 and 9. Best of luck to all racing and playing along at the river tonight.
Fans note the Paddock camera presented by the Ontario Equine Education and Employment Program. Field for the first race on parade 1 is Ms. Kersey, Sammy Filia for Chantel Mitchell and Howard Taylor. And number 2 is Faithful Jason Ryan for Jacques Dupont and CSL Stable. Number 3 is Numero 10, Brett McDonough for Greg McNair and Gwendolyn McNair. 4 is 10 Karat Gold, Anthony Hahn for Shane Weber and Tom and Elizabeth Rankin. 5 is Trophy Wife, Austin Sorry for Mary Ratchford. Number 7, Buddy's Dream, Daryl Thiessen for James Denny and Robin Morley. 8 is Show Me the Green, Dale Spence for Kyle Rule and Triple S Equine. And still in the paddock is 9, Wells Fargo, Jay Harris for Sean Stacy. Field of 8, race number 1, scratch to 6, Eternal Embrace. Let's get a look at this field. And number 4, 10 Karat Gold. Now the money has come hard for 10 Karat Gold, 7-5. Looking for a third straight win, Sugar.
Yeah, the form is really good on this one, as is the form on number 8, who the action has finally come for. Second choice at 5-2. But Anthony Hahn been doing some pretty good things with this 10 Karat Gold, a 3-year-old gelded son of Run Director, doing everything right. 56-3, life best 2 back, where he came off the pocket ride, home in 28-4. So there is some early speed to work with. Not quite sure where Anthony's going to have this one situated in the early going, but on the form alone, for sure he's worth a look for a victory or even that exactor factor as well. A must play for the opening leg of this very popular Pick 5 play.
Well, and it also shows 56-3 here, so certainly compares well. There's Anthony Hahn. Number 8, Show Me the Green. It is post 8, but you're not one that's afraid of scoring, taking one from post 8. And, well, I guess you can take one that's 4 for 4 in the win column on the year.
Oh, this horse has been perfect for the current barn of Kyle Roll. Daughter of Green Manalishi, right? It's the 8-hole. Doesn't bother me at all because I don't think there's going to be early speed from this one. You can check her last line. Charted a back half, Gary, over the river at 56-3. If this filly stays close, half close, and then gets very near in that final quarter, she could trot away and hide in here. Again, back half 56-3 on the wide side last time out of the river.
Well, the one thing, too, it's post position 7. But, we've seen all year. Post 8, if they can leave, and this one's shown a little bit of gate speed, did 2 stars back, got away third, and then swept up to get to the lead and romped. And they've been sending them from the outside, so imagine Dale Spence might put this one in play early. Number 2, Fateful. Well, we want to see if this one is calm or acting up because 2 breaks in the last 4.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to see. I did want to get a look at her prior to going to the gate, and you know what? Appears to be settled down there. She's on the bit, but Jason just going nice and easy with her here in front of the grandstand. The key is to keep this one calm, cool, and collected prior to lining up behind the gate. Because the last few times I've seen her, maybe 2 or 3 of the last 4 or 5 times, she's been running very hot prior to a start. So the longer that Jason can keep this one calm and cool and just nice and easy prior to going to the gate, the better off she's going to be. Just one to watch as we near post time, just about a minute left.
The last 3 times that she has stayed on stride, 2 wins and a second here, and that second was the trailer post, so it didn't get off the gate well. So Fateful, the fate can be sealed early with a break, or could be very, very competitive. We're going to find out. And number 3, Numero 10, and I'm mad at myself. I called this name wrong before, and just me being an idiot. When I was born in Quebec, I should know better. Numero 10, Numero 10.
Number 10, right?
Yeah.
Worth a look maybe for the superfecta, right? 10-1 value player.
Yeah, just I got to get some of the French right. Otherwise, they'll revoke my being born in Quebec.
Born in Quebec. I never knew that.
Sherbrooke,
Interesting
Quebec.
facts about track announcer Gary Guy, right?
Yeah, that's the only interesting fact. Let's stay to the horses. There's nothing interesting about the announcer, but I'll tell you what, the announcer thinks this one's got a shot to be on the pick 5 here.
All righty, well, good luck with that. I'm on 4-8-8-4. Let's go.
And what about, you're not showing this one much love, neither of the fans, 11-1.
Yeah, I'm just not there. I'm just not there on that one. I mean, I think they're going to trot 56 here right off the bat.
Well, we're going to find out. It's a field of 8, race number 1, and they're taking up their positions. Field all in position. And they're at the start and they're off. And quickest out now is Trophy Wife. And also getting out alertly is Numero 10. And then Ms. Kersey on the inside. 10 karat gold. Show Me the Green. Wells Fargo. Buddy's Dream. Fateful off stride. And now it is Trophy Wife. 25-1 who's got the lead. Numero 10 on the inside, 10 Karat Gold driving on the outside, and Show Me the Green is forwardly placed racing fourth, and then Ms. Kersey as the field races their way off the turn and heads on towards us. Then further back now as the field comes on towards us, and that is Wells Fargo, and Numero 10 went off stride, and Buddy's Dream is now racing position to sixth as they head up towards the half of a 28-3 opening quarter. 10 Karat Gold has the lead, and to the outside, Show Me the Green. 10 Karat Gold 3-5 on the board, but Show Me the Green at 3-1 is coming on 58-2 halftime. Then racing position third. Trophy Wife, after leaving well, is sitting in the pocket. Ms. Kersey is fourth. Wells Fargo is fifth, and then Buddy's Dream. But getting closer now, Show Me the Green trying to track down 10 Karat Gold, who hasn't received any urging yet, though. Anthony Hahn and 10 Karat Gold leads it by just about a head. On the outside, Show Me the Green. Those two have paired up, and they race by 3/4 in 1:27. 10 Karat Gold, Show Me the Green. Racing third, Trophy Wife and Ms. Kersey. Wells Fargo 3 wide, Buddy's Dream on the inside. 10 Karat Gold presses on and leads by about a length right now. Show Me the Green. Out wide, Wells Fargo on down the stretch drive. 10 Karat Gold. And Show Me the Green. 10 Karat Gold. Show Me the Green now trying to rally late and is going to come on by. Show Me the Green is a perfect 5 for 5. 10 Karat Gold. Then Buddy's Dream and Trophy Wife 156-3. Show Me the Green just wouldn't go away, and finally didn't go away at all. In fact, is still perfect this year.
Indeed, she is. Fine looking filly by Green Manalishi. And you know that exactor, Gary, looks to be coming back at $20. Incredible. If you went to exactor box 4884, we mentioned all she had to do was maybe find a spot. Up close can lay on the outside forever, it appears. And the last thing I mentioned, they're likely going to go in 56, Gary, and there it is. Um, New life best
Well,
for this streaking filly. 5 in a row. Incredible.
well, you're wrong because you said 56, and that's 56-3, so you're wrong.
Okay, then, pal.
Yeah, well, listen, the one thing in terms of the pick five, 10 Karat Gold went off at 3-5, so it is better for the pick five at 3-1. Man, this
Indeed.
is one that really is tough. And look, the exactor is unbelievable because we both, look, I did add a couple just in case, but we both thought it was those two. We both had,
Yeah.
you had it 4-8, I had it 8-4, but either way, we were looking at those two.
Oh, all day long. I mean, those are the two I wanted in the opening leg of the pick five. The 8 on top sweetens up that pick five price if we can get there, but didn't expect to see an exactor coming back at near $20 on these two.
And your
Show
comment
me
about
the green. Oh, sorry.
well, and your comment about Fateful, and then made an early break.
Yeah, if she can ever find a way to settle down and just calm down prior to the start. But Show Me the Green, I mean, she was outside a long ways, and even around that final turn, appeared to be letting up. I felt she'd have a real good kick in the straightaway because that's where she does her best work. And sure enough, very nice pressing surge at the end of that mile.
So Show Me the Green in moving up from the maiden class and keeps it going on the season. 5 for 5 in the win column. Show Me the Green. 3-year-old Green Manalishi Brown filly, owned by Triple S Equine. Kyle Rule, the trainer. Dale Spence, the winning driver. 5 for 5 on the season in the win column. 5th win lifetime for Show Me the Green. Mile of 156-3. The first race payouts number 8, Show Me the Green. 8, 10, 360, 340. Number 4, 10 karat gold, 210, 210. And 7 buddies dream, 450. $2 exactor, 1970. Dollar try, 44.75. Dollar super, 238.65. 20-cent supers, 47.73. The first race order finished from the top. 68724 scratch 315. That's 68724 scratch 315 on the bottom.
Here we go, folks. Pick 5 underway with a second choice winner in number 8, Show Me the Green. 5 for 5. 25. A nice daughter of Green Manalishi there. Newmark, 156 and 3. Well done for the connections. Race 2, staying with trotters here to open up the early pick 4. Here's a $2,500 guaranteed pool to chase after. Let's get a look at some pick 4 ticket ideas. Myself, Gary Guy, Conley Ecclestone, mapping out tickets, trying to break on through to the other side. Let's cash in on the multi-leg wagers here early. Going to go 4 deep. The opening leg of this pick 4, we're using 3. Stonebridge Glee, a top selection. Well, a top 2 selection on my end with the 4. YS Queen Beth, also including the 6 and 7 from the outside gates. On the pace, 43rd, Dance Like a Skipper, very sharp. Better on ice, so one to consider after 2 straight thirds at the river. 40 in the 4th race trotting event, and on the end of it in the 5th race using Volcanic and State 1 Smiley. We're going to go for $12.80 on a 20-cent wager. Let's get a look at Gary Guy's early pick 4 play. Again, this is a pick 4, $2,500 guaranteed pool, and Gary's going to try for it real cheap in here. He's going to go for just $2.40 on his 20-cent wager because he goes to a single in number 7. Sunday Shoes, son of Wheeling and Dealing, is a lukewarm favorite right now at 2-1. Gary's 3 deep in the 3rd, using 2, 4, and 7. His top selection there being 4. Better on ice, using 1 and 4. In the 4th, his top selection there was 4 Beach Bag, and on the end of it, he's using Volcanic, his top play, with the 5, State 1 Smiley, again, just $2.40 to play along with the voice of Grand River Raceway. Conley Ecclestone, his best go on this early pick 4 ticket idea. Conley, no singles on his sequence here. In the 2nd race, Conley went 4 deep with 2, 3, 4, and 7. And in the 3rd race pacing event, he's on Sporty B, Better Run Ice, Punches and Bunches. 4th race for Connolly, back on the trot, Commander Saul, and Beach Bank. And he will, too, include a Volcanic and State 1 Smiley, the 1 and 5 on the pace for the final leg of the pick 4. $9.60, 20-cent wager for Conley. Next voice you'll hear, Gary Guy with a post break coming up. Race 2 to start the pick 4 play. Field for the 2nd. On parade 1, Vimy Ridge Jason Ryan for Steve Lauren and Paul Mazzetti. And number 2 is International Love, Anthony Hahn for Robert Kyle Fellows and Yolanda Fellows and Robert Van Camp. 3 is Stonebridge Glee, Daryl Thiessen for Jacob Roberts and Russ Ellis. Number 4, YS Queen Beth, Mark Etzel drives and trains for Robert Newton and Peter Porter and Lindsay Turner. 5 is Mac the Knight, Dale Spence for Joe Pereira and Chris Menina. Number 6, Major Bank, Austin Sorry for Mike Wytniowski and Earl Joseph. And number 7, Sunday Shoes, Mike Vanderkam for Stuart and Patricia Bolander. Field of 7. Race number 2, let's get a look at this field. And, well, YS Queen Beth and Mark Etzel. And one that's coming in from Mohawk. And look, you see this one in a grassroots second
54-3. Why ask Queen Beth? Why not Queen Beth?
I love her chances in here. She was out at the river for a qualifier June 25th. Got to the quarter 27-4 with Mark Etzel on board and finished up the mile 156-4. So she's been in the winner's circle once. You'd have to go back to early May to find that at the big track where she fired home 27-1 for a trip in 156. Much easier spot, lukewarm favorite. But for me, Gary, it's a great betting board, and I'm going to call this one the most wide open race on the night.
Yeah, and yet I single up on 7 Sunday shoes. We're going in opposite
Good luck
directions
with
here.
that.
Yeah, well, you got to take a shot. And 3 Stonebridge
You do.
Glee, double barrel Daryl Thiessen for Jacob Roberts. And Stonebridge Glee, not so much Glee last time out. Stonebridge Glee made a break and still actually a nice recovery to be beaten less than 2 lengths.
Very nice recovery. I mean, was making a move on the wide side, rolled off stride on the turn, and was actually charted sitting 9th by 8 when turning for home, was 6th by 1. Made up a ton of ground, passed a few horses, even after the wire. This horse is still going on by. So Stonebridge Glee in need of a clean line now, right? With that break last time out, wants to remain off the qualifying list where he found himself back in early July. All he has to do is mind his manners, but again, getting a clean line in is key for this one.
Yeah, and Stonebridge Glee from the trailer post last time out, and Major Bank also from the trailer post, but really had a very fine effort from the trailer post. Third beaten a neck in 55-1.
Yeah, I really like number 6, Major Bank, and this one's got speed to work with, and we do know that Austin Sorey doesn't mind putting them in play, and third start back off a rest angle. Nice, easy trip to come back on July 8th at Georgian Downs. Final quarter 28 flat, but big effort last time out. I could put a big circle around this one right now. Probably the best value on the board at 6-1. I think Austin's going to send this one.
Number 7 Sunday Shoes, your 4th choice, my single here. And made a break last time out, but the start just before that, second beaten half a length in a nominator 2 at Mohawk in 53-2.
Yeah, that trip 53-2, and even the victory in 58-1 over Georgian Downs. I can use her to start up the pick 4 play. Does she stand out? For me, not really. Like I said, I'm going to call this race the most wide open event on tonight's card. If you're thinking about an all button on any multi-leg sequence this evening, I think this is it. Because even the one, Vimy Ridge Venti, has been very sharp in her latest couple of efforts.
And I can mention that Ken Middleton's top pick is number 7 Sunday Shoes. So I'm not all just over here by myself. And this is one that was able to break on through to the other side twice this year in 7, throwing in a Doors reference that you had a little while back, about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, well, about that 7, though, Gary, that's another one needing that clean line angle. Anytime you're playing trotters at the river, if they're showing a break last time, you have to think, what's more important, to hit the board or to get a clean line in? 7 needs a clean line.
Well, a win would be a clean line.
Sure would. Let's go.
5-2 on the board. It's a field of 7 for race number 2. Win isn't guaranteed to be a clean line, but you get my reference there. And Vimy Ridge Venti International Love on the inside. In the center is Stonebridge Glee, YS Queen Beth, and Mac the Knight. In the center of the outside, Major Bank. And Sunday Shoes, field of 7, the second dash. The field for the second race, moving into position. Field for the second race. is at the starter off, and Major Bank will leave out. Mac the Knight went off stride. International Love is second. Stonebridge Glee. Vimy Ridge Venti. Sunday Shoes is got those shoes still on the outside. And then Wise Queen Beth. They race to the opening quarter. Major Bank 5-2 on the board has the lead. International Love is second. Stonebridge Glee third. Vimy Ridge Venti. Sunday Shoes is now going to work over to the pylons fifth and works in front of Wise Queen Beth. Major Bank leads as they race off the turn. 28-4 opening quarter. Major Bang on top, a length and a half. International Love is right now 2 lengths from the front. Stonebridge Glee is third. Vimy Ridge Venti is fourth. The field is spread out a little bit. Sunday Shoes is racing fifth, but right now about a dozen off the lead. Then YS Queen Beth and Mac the Knight. And the field heads their way up towards the half of a 28-4 opening quarter. And it is Major Bank who's got that front by about 2, 57-4. Solid half. Stonebridge Glee is third. Vimy Ridge Venti. Sunday Shoes with a lot of work to do, as does YS Queen Beth as they hustle on towards three quarters. Popping up from third. Stonebridge Glee now wants to drive up and get closer to Major Bank. Major Bank, Stonebridge Glee as they hustle on towards three quarters. International Love and Vimy Ridge Venti and Sunday Shoes, and on by the three quarters, Major Bank and Austin Sorry leading still by about 2 1/4. International Love reclaims second. Stonebridge Glee, Vimy Ridge Venti, and Sunday Shoes as they turn for home. Major Bank on down the stretch drive they come. Major Bank on down the lane, still leading and moving well. Leads by about 2.5 lengths. Major Bank with a major effort gets the win by about 4. International Love and Stonebridge Glee, Vimy Ridge Venti 155-2, and Major Bank. What a major effort.
That was huge, Gary. I did think Austin Sorry would send that horse, and wow, set him right down the road to a new mark of 155-2. There's no shot that this horse would have played out to be 5-2 in the pick 5 play. I mean, it hit a big morning line of 8-1, a big double-digit odds last couple of outings, but the public got behind him for win money in race 2. 5-2 gets the job done, but again, no shot this horse plays 5-2 in the pick 5 wager.
No, I think you're right about that. And look, really tough to take this one, I think, on top in terms of a win wager, because doesn't have a win in 10 tries this year, doesn't have a second, and yet that last race was a sign maybe of better things to come. And you do see this one racing in that non-winners of 3 in the first start, so this is a drop in denominators of 2. Just fits better.
Little bumpy there on the end. Great job, Austin, keeping that one together. But you know what? Anytime we see a young horse, second start off a layoff, third start off a layoff, big angle, Gary. So second choice on the board for win wagering, no shot. This one is the second choice in the pick 5 play.
Yeah, and Sunday Shoes got a flat line. You said that was the major order of business, but just really didn't show a whole lot. Just touring around the track, getting a flat line.
It's a pretty good bunch of numbers that come in here. I mean, you got 9-1 second, 3-1 third, 7-1 fourth. This exactor, try, superfecta might come back okay, even though there's a 5-2 second choice on top.
Yeah, and you keep your pick 5 alive, and I'm out, and I'll cheer you along. And it's a 6-2-3-1, number 6, Major Bank, 4-year-old by the bank, Bay Gelding, by Earl Joseph, trained by Mike White-Nioski. Austin Sorry, the winning drive. Major Bank's first win on the season, third lifetime, 155-2. The second race, number 6, Major Bank. $7.40 for $33. 2 International Love, $6, $3.40. 3 Stonebridge Glee, $3.20. $2 Exactor, $44.50. Dollar Try, $84.50. Dollar Super, $231.30. 20 cents Super, $46.26. Double of 8 and 6, $77.10. And just a reminder that the kids' tent is open this evening, Friday night. The kids' tent at the east end of the grandstand, where you see the kids all jumping up and down and screaming and having fun. That's where the kids' tent is. 6 minutes to race 3. Second race order of finish from the top. 4, 2, 3, 6, 7, 1, 5. That's 4, 2, 3, 6, 7, 1, 5 on the bottom.
Winback Farm of Ontario is home to outstanding sires, including a 3-time millionaire pacer tattoo artist who is new in 2025, the last great son of the legendary Sub Beach Somewhere and multiple stakes champion Beach Glass, Meadowlands Pace and Ontario Sire Stakes champion Lawless Shadow, and the richest pacing stallion in all of harness racing history, the great Hall of Famer Mick Wicked. Also standing at Winback Farm, Archangel, Better Than Cheddar, Betting Line, My MVP, and Trixton. For more information, visit winbackfarm.com.
There is the Paddock camera presented by the Ontario Equine Education and Employment Program. Field for the third on parade. One on Lace, Sammy Filia for Blair, Burgess and Quinn Olsen Burgess. Number 2 is Dance Like a Skipper. Paul McKenzie drives for Paul Coulter and Emma and Avery Longstreet and Georgia Pierce. Number 3, Sporty B. Daryl Thiessen for Jack Moisevic. High Stakes Incorporated, a Mark Main prize, and Nancy McNevin. And number 4 is Better on Ice. Anthony Hunt for Dale Fritz and Edward Aitchison, a Michael Sawyer. And number 5, Punches and Bunches. Austin Sorey for Tess Waxman and Aaron Waxman. And Generino Lamacchia. Number 6 is Scratched. Number 7, Let's Get Pickled. Brett McDonough for Len Lalonde Jr. and Christina Lalonde. 8 is Poet Laureate. Jason Ryan for Chantel Mitchell and Howard Taylor and Judith Taylor. Just get a look at this field. Field of 7. We're going to start with number 2, Dance Like a Skipper. And one sent up by Paul Coulter. Paul McKenzie to drive. And, well, pretty nice effort here last time out. Sugar now has 2 wins in the past 3 starts.
Right. Very sharp form. The 53 flat life best. The 3 back over the river. Reuniting here with driver Paul McKenzie. I liked his effort last time out. I mean, this horse has got a nice burst. Got to be used at the right time, though. He's good for about a real good sprint for an 1/8 of a mile or so. So if Paul McKenzie can keep him covered up till the head of the lane gets a big shot to make it 2 in a row. The horse players are on him now. 2-1, lukewarm favorite nearing post time.
Yeah, and, well, you know, you said it best. He needs to be handled just right and then pop out. I've seen him pop, and, well, we saw it last time out. Number 4, Better on Ice, is the one that I went to on top, and certainly can get off the gate very well. This is one that was really good last year. Maybe this year's starting to come around because you see the numbers starting to get there. It was 14 out of 25 in the top 2 last year.
It's been really good on the smaller tracks. I mean, he was third best finisher over Hanover on a return race, and then he's been at Grand River Raceway finishing first, second, and a pair of thirds. And nothing doing at the big track of Woodbine Mohawk Park, but he did touch down in a quarter mile, 26-1 from post 10. But this is a good spot for this set of all bets off. Better on Ice. Anthony Hahn's got a whole lot more early speed to work with here. I see him sitting first or second early.
And to me, I think the whole thing is, does he get left alone a little bit on the lead? Because if he does, then he's very dangerous. And Better on Ice. It went the half 56 last time out with him on top, and a couple got by. Dance Like a Skipper, one of those 2. Still held on, was beaten only 3/4, but went back to this one, but I'm not getting any money, even money, so I like your 4-1 shot. Much better. Number 3, Sporty B, double barrel Daryl Thiessen. This is one that won here July the 4th. Now, that was in the class 1 level below this.
Right. Yeah, was facing easier that time, though. Tripped out, right? Absolutely tripped out. Was sitting in the pocket, ripped home in 27-4 for a new mark of 153-3. Nothing doing from well off the pace last time out. Improved post for this one. Daryl Thiessen will try to have this one in play. The price is absolutely right, Gary. Currently at 6-1.
Yeah, and in that one, he was also up a little closer to the pace than some of the other ones you see, and certainly shows enough overall speed. You see some 52-2 action. June the 21st at Mohawk. Sporty B at 6-1 could be a decent little play. And then number 7, Let's Get Pickled, one that raced from off the pace at Woodbine last time and was pretty good.
Yeah, it's got a real good kick on the end and can rough it on the outside as well if need be. He'll need things to set up for him. I don't see early speed being shown by Let's Get Pickled this evening, so he'll be hoping for some kind of a pace to chase. You mentioned if Better on Ice, though, gets left alone, it could be very tough to take that one down. He continues to take the action here at even money, that 4, but Let's Get Pickled needs a hot pace to set it up for him.
I have seen him race on the lead in the past, but it hasn't been for a while now. Let's Get Pickled is sitting at 6-1, but number 4, Better on Ice, 6-5 on the board. You've got a nice price. Dance Like a Skipper if Paul McKenzie from Charlottetown can get the job done.
Let's
now,
go.
5-2. Field of 7, Unlaced, Dance Like a Skipper on the inside. Sporty B, Better on Ice, and Punches in Bunches. And to the outside, Let's Get Pickled and Poet Laureate. It's a field of 7 for the third. And the field for race number 3, Gathering Speed approaching the start. And the field for the third, at the start and the rough, and in the center of the track, Better on Ice is going to skate out very quickly now. Dance Like a Skipper is going to be moving up on the back of Better on Ice to fill the pocket. Then Sporty B and Punches in Bunches. Let's Get Pickled looking to take back and find a seat on the inside in front of Unlaced, and then it is back to Poet Laureate. But Better on Ice, even money on the board's got the lead. Dance Like a Skipper plugged into the pocket and racing position third. Punches in Bunches off at 27 opening quarter. It is Better on Ice and Dance Like a Skipper the top 2, and then Punches in Bunches is going to punch to the outside and is being followed by Sporty B, and then also being on the outside is Let's Get Pickled. Unlaced is on the inside, and then further back to the trailer, Poet Laureate. But up towards the half of a 27 opening quarter, and Better on Ice, and on the outside, Punches in Bunches is looking to punch from a little closer spot, is alongside Dance Like a Skipper. That pair is both a length and a half off the lead. Sporty B is fourth, 55-4. It was a solid half put up by Better on Ice, and center of the track, Punches in Bunches from the backfield. Let's Get Pickled is coming now. Dance Like a Skipper takes second back, though. Sporty B is racing third, backing away Punches in Bunches, and now Let's Get Pickled has moved up on the outside. Unlaced is racing fifth on the pylons, and then Poet Laureate and Punches in Bunches is punched out and trailing the field. It is Better on Ice, and Dance Like a Skipper has moved out. And racing third is Sporty B. Better on Ice and Dance Like a Skipper. And Sporty B off cover is out 3 wide, 3 across the track on down the stretch where they come. And on the inside, Better on Ice and Dance Like a Skipper. Better on Ice, Dance Like a Skipper. Dance Like a Skipper and Better on Ice very close between those two. And Sporty B 153-4. I don't know, although I'm thinking it might have been Paul McKenzie, but boy, I would not want to say one way or the other, Sugar.
I would put money down right now that the Skipper and McKenzie got there.
Yeah, and if he did, it's by inches. It's not by enough. And, you know, normally,
Right.
What did I tell you last week? A smart announcer would say too close to call, and normally that leaves me out. But maybe I decided to learn eventually.
Good horse race, though, Gary. You do a fine job calling these. You are rarely wrong, and you know what? 3 across, and just kind of looking like the 2. Dance Like a Skipper had a nice push in those final strides.
I'll tell you one thing. If it's a win for the 2, it's only by a few inches because I am not overly confident.
Oh.
And like I said, I might have finally wisened up. I'm only 32 years into announcing. Yeah, I start to figure things out after about 30 years.
Been at it a long time, man. This slow-mo is going to tell the tale. Here we are. That is close.
But it's that last little push.
I'm
and
not
I told
putting
you,
any money down now.
I told you if the 2 won, it's by inches. I think the 2 did win there, but maybe by about 3 or 4 inches. That's not enough to, like I said.
Close, very close.
I think I finally learned. But, you know, I'll tell you one thing. Dance Like a Skipper had to work hard. Better on Ice hung pretty hard.
Yeah, Dance Like a Skipper, I thought raced really good, very game. I mean, I thought, I said before the race, maybe an eighth of a mile sprint. Well, they were sprinting for a little longer than an eighth of a mile there. And again, a great stretch drive, three across. Looks like it's Dance Like a Skipper and Mackenzie.
I can also tell you that when I call them at the finish, the order that I say the two is what I think, even if I don't state it. And I called it 2-4. Got away with being right by about 4 inches.
Nailed it. Attaboy.
And you were loyal to the PEI connection. Your top one is two. You beat me there at the finish. I mentioned we had five different this year. I got you one early, and now you got me back. We're even again. Back in front of us, number 2, Dance Like a Skipper. 4-year-old Dally Bay gelding owned by Paul Coulter, along with Georgia Pierce and Emma and Avery Longstreet. Paul Coulter, the trainer. Paul Mackenzie, victorious in race number 3, 153-4. The third race payouts. Number 2, Dance Like a Skipper, 790, 290, 260. 4, Better on Ice, 230, 210. 3, Sporty B, 290. $2 exactor, $20. Dollar try, 27.30. Dollar super, 119.30. 20-cent super, 23.86. The third race order finished on top. 41327 scratch 56. That's 41327 scratch 56. There is a look at the Paddock camera presented by the Ontario Equine Education and Employment Program. Field for the fourth race on the Omega Alpha Pharmaceuticals Post Parade 1. Commander Saul, Semifilia for Francis Dumichel. Number 2 is Albedo. It's Daryl Thiessen for Steve Bossens and Stuart McQueen. Number 3 is Sweet Emily T. Mark Etzel drives and trains for Lindsay Turner and Don Burnett. Number 4 is Beach Bank. Jason Ryan for Rick Zeron and Hut Racing. Number 5, Charlie Cheeks, Anthony Hunt for Shane Weber and Tom and Elizabeth Rankin. Number 6, Casual Guide, Lauren House for Cassidy Schneider and Colonel Schneider Jr. And number 7, the special set, J.P. Renault for Julie Walker and John Burns. Field of 7, race number 4. Let's get a look at this field. And I think it's a pretty wide open dash. In fact, the couple that aren't taking any coin at all, the 2 and the 6, I think also do have a chance in here. But our top 2, we're looking at a different race because I have 4-1 and you have 5-7. So let's get right to it. Number 5, Charlie Cheeks. Better last time out.
Love this 5. Absolutely love this horse tonight. They added Lasix to this son of alarm detector, 2-back Gary, and he was asked to go first up for a long ways. Didn't work out for him that time, but then was flying home in the latest to be second against a well-meant winner. Poppin' Bottles went to the top, and they weren't catching that one, but this one got home. Best of all for the deuce, and that would have been second time Lasix, so it's working well for Charlie Cheeks, that Lasix angle. Third time Anthony Hahn hops on board. I think tonight is the night for Charlie Cheeks. Love him. Love the price as well, 5-1.
Well, you're cool with Charlie Cheeks and 58-3 back half last time out, so certainly going forward into this race, Charlie Cheeks, if you can hold that price at 5-1, would be nice. 7 Special Send is one that works from the outside and has had a little bit of trouble making early breaks, but now might have that settled out because last race was a smooth mile, and in fact had a good back half also of 58-2.
Indeed. Number 7, Special Scent. We talked about the trotters that were showing an X in their previous line. They need that clean line. That's what this one got. Last time out, the Daughter of Archangel. An outside post to overcome. There could be some early speed for this one this evening. I didn't see 7-2 coming. I'm thinking she should be in double digits. I think she should be probably 8, 9, 10-1 right now. Didn't see the 7-2 action coming. I'm the only one with the 7 in my selections out of all the cappers here this evening. So maybe I'm seeing something different here.
Well, we'll know after the race. And
Yeah.
number 4, Beach Bank. I think I know what you're seeing here and why this one's not your top one and your third one. You're kind of big on those final quarters, and well, you're not wrong to think about that. 30-3 final quarter last time out, but still a win.
I do like the chances for this 4. Beach Bank likes to be on or near the lead and has a couple of trips there in the program lines where it's been up close at 3/4, 127. Not many of them in here. I look through the field, and maybe the only other one that gets close at the river, 127 around 3/4, is the 5, Charlie Cheeks. So for me, 4 and 5 got to be on my tickets, and outside chance for the 7.
Number one, Commander Saul has moved down to being a favorite. And look at, it's had only 2 starts. Yeah, this is a 2-year-old in against some that are older. The inside 2 are both 2-year-olds. But that last race came home nicely and almost got the better of Beach Bank.
Nice little trotter, colt son of Captain Corey, but it's the 2-year-old versus older horses angle, right, for me. Plus the rail. So I'm not seeing early speed from this one. I think he's going to be very lucky if he sits in the front half of the field. Lots to build on, though, with that latest deuce against Beach Bank. I just can't take the 2-year-old on top of older horses.
Yeah, the one thing, though, with just 2 starts, if a horse makes a big improvement, it's one that hasn't had as many starts because we haven't had that many chances to see what they're made of. And I wouldn't be shocked if Commander Saul got the win here. It is my second choice and your fourth, so we'll see. Your top 2 are the 5 and 7, and I'm on the 4 and 1. I think we have what you call a difference of opinion.
Very good luck.
Rock and roll. Field for race number 4, Commander Saul and Albedo on the inside. Sweet Emily T. Beach Bank and Charlie Cheeks in the center. The outside, Casual Guy and Special Scent. Field of 7, the 4th dash on a fabulous Friday night as we are gathered at the river. And the field for race number 4. In position, they're at the start of the rough, and Beach Bank will blast out. Special Scent, Casual Guy, Albedo along to the inside, Sweet Emily T. Then Charlie Cheeks and Commander Saul is back trailing the field. Beach Bank right now has the lead. Still pressing on the outside. Special Scent being sent out alertly. Casual Guy's racing third, but Beach Bank and Jason Ryan with the lead. Special Scent is still parked and trying to find a seat. We'll have to back up a little bit to find a seat. Casual Guy is filling the pocket, and Special Scent is racing on the outside and is right now hung out third, but now is going to slide on over to the pylons in front of Sweet Emily T. Opening quarter 28 and 4, trailing 3, Albedo. Then it is back to Charlie Cheeks and Commander Saul. 28 and 4 opening quarter. Beach Bank 2-1 on the board. Has the front. Casual Guy 25-1's riding the pocket. Sweet Emily T on the outside. Special Scent is racing fourth. Charlie Cheeks now. Second over fifth is starting to kick into gear. Then Albedo and Commander Saul has to pass them all to win. Beach Bank leads, and Sweet Emily T and Mark Etzel is coming to call down. Casual Guy third, 59 and 2 halftime. Then fourth is Charlie Cheeks, and now moving up in second over. As they hustle on to 3/4, it is still Beach Bank. Sweet Emily T is getting a little bit closer. Charlie Cheeks on the outside. Casual Guy. Now Beach Bank has company. Sweet Emily T and Beach Bank together. Charlie Cheeks within striking distance. 3/4, 128 and 4. Casual Guy, Commander Saul is kicking in late. They turn for home. And right now it is Sweet Emily T with a slim lead. Fighting back Beach Bank, Sweet Emily T if they come to the finish. Sweet Emily T is going to win. Beach Bank second, Charlie Cheeks is third, and Commander Saul fourth. 159 flat. Sweet Emily T and Mark Etzel. We were both wrong because we didn't take Mark Etzel's sugar.
We're both wrong indeed. This filly, daughter of Six Pack, certainly shows up at the A game tonight. And you mentioned before the race, it was looking kind of wide open. Well, this one kind of flew under the radar on me. 2 runner-up finishes and 3 show spots from 7 outings in her 2025 season. This one kind of got away from me and likely got away from many others. A 9-2 price player there to win it.
Well, my third selection after the 4 and 1, but you know what? The 0 for 12 in the win column, I didn't want to go on top, but you're right. 5 out of 7 in the top 3, and also,
yeah,
you know what? It's Mark Etzel with a trotter. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. He's one of the best trainers for trotters in Ontario the last few years. He's been at it a long while, right? And Normally has his trotters good to go. This one certainly was. Credit Jason Ryan for keeping that four horse flat through the stretch. Got a little bumpy in behind, so managed to stay on gate to finish second. Charlie Cheeks, I thought would offer a little more on that final quarter, but kind of gapped off the cover. A decent third, though, at a price 8-1. We'll just keep an eye on that one as he goes forward. 3, 4, 5, and 1. Your little 2-year-old, Commander Saul, raced well. Didn't get away that well. Was sitting, I believe, last, but closed up well. So lots to build on for the 2-year-old Commander Saul.
The one thing, too, with Sweet Emily T, you look at that last race, but you should note that that one was raced against Tougher and then dropped back down to the maiden class where she was consistently a top 3.
Found a great spot there. Bert Renault was parked out in front of the grandstand. Mark backed up to let that one in because he wanted to roll this one tonight.
And roll to victory. 3, 4, 5, 1. Back in front of us, number 3, Sweet Emily T. A 3-year-old six-pack bay filling them by Mark Etzel and Lindsay Turner and Don Burnett. Mark Etzel, the trainer and driver. First win for Sweet Emily T. 159 flat. The fourth race payouts number 3, Sweet Emily T, $11.20, $5, $3.40. 4, Beach Bank, $3.80 and $2.90. And 5, Charlie Cheeks, $4.50. $2 exactor, $31.40. Dollar try, $78.55. Dollar super, $162.65. 20-cent super, $32.53. Fourth race, or her finish from the tops of 4612375. That's 4612375 on the bottom.
Are you dreaming of a career with horses? The Ontario Equine Education and Employment Program is here to help. If you're an Ontario resident, you can take our free course and turn your passion into a profession. And employers can register for the program and receive wage subsidies, 50% for up to 18 weeks, or a maximum of $5,000. It's a win-win for job seekers and businesses alike. Ready to take the reins? Visit OntarioEquineEducation.com today and start your journey in the equine industry.
I'm Natasha Day. I train and drive harness racing horses at London, Ontario. These are my main products that I use in my racehorse barn that are all Omega Alpha, the Biotic 8, the Immune Plus, the Anti-Flam, which is great for the horses after they've had a hard day racing. The Biotic 8, I swear by it. Get all the dapples out, gets the old coat out, gets everything pumping and moving and makes the shine really come out.
Field for the fifth on Parade 1, Volcanic, Brett McDonough, Greg McNair, and Barbara Wells. Number 2 is Relentless, Lauren House for Cassidy Schneider and Colonel Schneider Jr. Number 3, Country Grace, George Ketros drives and trains and owns. Number 4, All-Star Bruiser, Daryl Thiessen for Matt Dupuy and Mike Saftik and DLP Racing. Number 5, State One Smiley, Jason Ryan for Cassidy Schneider and Colonel Schneider Jr. Number 6, Harborlight Jimmy, Damian McClellan for Kyle Bossens and Ralph Jardine. 7 scratched. Number 8 is Ethereum Party, Jay Harris for Jacob Roberts and Steve Adams. Field of 7, race number 5. It's the final leg of the pick 5. Only 3 horses alive here, the 1, 3, and the 5 in that pick 5. So somebody will be very interested in how this follows, or more than just a few, but certainly the prices on those 3. Number 5, State One Smiley, 8 wins last year out of 13 starts, a couple this year. Last race, that's one maybe you can just stroke off.
100%. I mean, I went back to check the interference on this one. Hooked wheels with another around the half-mile marker and likely lost 10 to 15 lengths. Took every shot away, right? And since then, Gary, looks like a private sale. Moves on to Colonel Schneider Jr. as owner. Cassidy Schneider now trains with Jason Ryan up. So this horse has switched hands since his latest go. And the horse players are on that. 3 to 5 right now. Nose going back on gate, right? That was from a trailing spot last time as well. This is a speed threat all day long. He wants to be on front. He wants to be the front man here.
Well, he's got the right driver for it, too. I think Jason can get this one fired up and get rolling. 10 wins in 19 starts for State One Smiley, so certainly one that 3 to 5. I mean, look, it's a little bit low, but I do understand it. I went in a different direction, and I went with your second one, Volcanic. Now, this is a 3-year-old against a 4-year-old, and that's not something you tend to like to do. But one also that's 5 out of 10 on the year in the win column. The last couple races, not great, but now I think this is a softer spot for Volcanic.
It appears to be, right. And you know what? I'll take a 3-year-old versus a 4-year-old way before I take a 2-year-old over a 3-year-old. That's the way I am. Volcanic needed that clean line last time because he did show the break. The start prior to that, so we got around fine last time. We'll look for a little more. This should be the main competition for number 5, State One Smiley. I'd be going exactor box 1-5, 5-1 all day here.
Yeah, and by this time of the year with a 3-year-old, they can be pretty muscled up, whereas the 2-year-old, it's a little bit early for them.
Hey, he's won 5 of 10, right? This year, and gets along fine at the river, does his best work when on or near the lead. So it's likely going to be the lineup, too. 1-5, 5-1, and again, exactor box play all day.
Number 8, Ethereum Party, is 5 out of 9 in the top 3 on the year, and one that would cause a carryover, and yet is coming in off of a win.
Yeah, a win at Georgian, where he clicked home in 27-2. The whole idea with this one is, where is he going to be sitting? I don't think there's gate speed to work with. He's got clean lines throughout. I don't know. Jay, does he want to try leaving for the outside? He's got a couple of big speed balls towards his left. I think he's going to be at the mercy of the pace, Gary.
And Country Grace is one that's actually raced fairly well in 2 of the last 3 starts. Was 42-1 last time out, but that second place third now has the Country Grace down to 11-1.
He can leave enough to keep himself warm in here. I see him sitting 3rd or 4th in the early going, and at 10-1, I'd be using this one in the tries and supers.
You know who's not getting much respect is Harborlight Jimmy, and yet Harborlight Jimmy is one that was second last time out and can be competitive.
Another one at the mercy of the pace. There is very little for gate speed. See where's the go straight. So likely sitting well back. It could set up for the 6 and 8. Two longest shots on the board in here, or two of the longest shots, could factor here.
The money has now come for one Volcanic, so those two are getting all the love, and those are our top two. You went to State One Smiley and went to Volcanic, and man, the tote board can't decide which way they like it. We're going to find out. It is Volcanic, Relentless on the inside, Country Grace, All-Star Bruiser, State One Smiley in the center, the outside, Harbor Jimmy, and Ethereum Party. It is a field of 7 for race number 5. The field for the 5th race is at the start of the rough, and State One Smiley is blasting early as expected, and then also leaving out now and driving well on the inside is Volcanic, and in between those two is All-Star Bruiser. Volcanic is going to press on through from the inside. All-Star Bruiser, State One Smiley is going to press on the outside. Then it is Country Grace and Harbor Jimmy, and back to Relentless and Ethereum Party, and still driving on the outside, State One Smiley and Jason Ryan's going to take the lead, and Volcanic now will be in a good spot riding in the pocket on the back of State One Smiley. All-Star Bruiser third. Country Grace is racing position for 27 opening quarter as the field works their way on past us, and then racing fifth quickly up on the outside now comes Ethereum Party, then Harbor Light Jimmy, and then back trailing the field is Relentless, and they work their way on up towards the half of a 27 opening quarter. State One Smiley, Volcanic in the pocket, Country Grace on the outside, alongside All-Star Bruiser, and then racing fifth on the outside is Ethereum Party, wants to move up and be more than just a bit player, and then Harbor Light Jimmy, and back to Relentless, and it is State One Smiley, 3 to 5 on the board, who's got the lead. Volcanic is racing second and is closing the gap a little bit. It's down to now a length and 3/4, and then Country Grace is third. Ethereum Party to the outside now. All-Star Bruiser, Ethereum Party is coming hard. 3/4 in 125. State One Smiley, Ethereum Party, watch out for Ethereum Party. And Volcanic is also still there in the hunt from the pocket. State One Smiley as they turn for home. State One Smiley, Volcanic is trying to erupt late. State One Smiley and Volcanic. Volcanic, State One Smiley. Volcanic is going to erupt and come right on by and take it from State One Smiley. Then it was Country Grace and All-Star Bruiser. 153-1. The Volcanic eruption late in the mile. 153-1. A very good mile. State One Smiley did nothing wrong except for just Volcanic a little bit better in the stretch drive, Sugar.
You know what? I think it was that first quarter, right? State One Smiley out on the wide side pretty much through a hot opening quarter, 27 flat. He was good tonight. It's just Brett McDonald, cagey steer, he had a few to the outside there. The 4 was leaving, the 5 was leaving, so he stacked them up early. State One Smiley was able to touch down in the lead. I thought he was going to be good to go through that third quarter. He was 28-2 and still had a real good kick on the end. Volcanic, though, bigger kick. Again, very cagey steer, Brett McDonald, for that win.
I think if you ask Brett, he would say, I wanted to leave well enough that I'd get the pocket, but not after State One Smiley worked to get the lead.
That's exactly how it went down. He knew he was a top 2 threat in there, and if he could take a little off of State One Smiley in the early going, that's what he was going to do. That's what he did, and now he's on his way to victory lane with a new mark of 153-1. Volcanic.
Yeah, and Daryl Thiessen, that helped out too in the fact that State One Smiley, the one just to his left, also left pretty hard, so that just carried State One Smiley a little bit further, and that's a tiny bit of difference, but Volcanic only gets by in the last 20 feet or so, and that is the difference.
Yeah. State One Smiley, if he doesn't park through that opening turn, he's likely pacing a mile and 52 tonight, and he's on his way back. But it's Volcanic this time.
Nice drive by Brett McDonald. 1-5-3-4-6, and back in front of us, number 1, Volcanic, a 3-year-old Big Jim Brown colt by Greg McNair and Barbara Wells. Greg McNair is the trainer. Brett McDonald with the winning drive. 6 wins in 11 starts for Volcanic. and mile of 153 and 1 for a new career best. Fifth race, 1 Volcanic 570, 230, 230. 5 State 1 Smiley, 220, 210. 3 Country Grace, 260. $2 exactor, $9.90. Dollar try, $10.45. Dollar high 5, $139.35. Dollar pick 3, $74.90. Dollar pick 4, $385.30. The dollar pick 5, $2,440, $7.50. Fifth race, or we finish from the top, is 163 425 scratch 7. That's 163 425 scratch 7 on the bottom.
We are back, folks, and we are back to cover the final four races on this abbreviated 9 card as we get set for the big one, 11 Industry Day, coming up on Monday afternoon, noting the 12:30 start time for Industry Day. Again, 11 races. It's an action-packed card, great undercard, a couple of preferreds racing for $20,000, both on the trot and on the pace. There's Ontario Sire Stakes action, Battle of the Bells, plus the Battle of Waterloo finals. Those battle races carded as races 10 and 11 on the day. Great wagering opportunities as well. It's all shaping up to be a great day as well. I looked ahead to the weather forecast. They're saying sunny, 28 Celsius or 82 Fahrenheit. Monday afternoon, Industry Day at the River, 12:30 start time. Sure hope you can join us. Let's get a look then at some Pick 4 ticket ideas covering the final four races this evening. Myself, Gary Guy, Connolly Ecclestone, doing our best to try to take down the late Pick 4 at the River. Race number 6, the earliest action going to number 6, Lockdown Romeo. That one does not make my ticket. 2, 4, and 7 is where I've gone. I've got All Star Angel, Lily Lace, Twist of Tabby at 17-1, current longest shot on the board. I don't mind this one. There's a gate speed to work with should Anthony Hahn opt to use it. Daughter of Cantab Hall, outside chance there is the longest shot on the board. She's on my ticket. Race number 7, another group of trotters. In leg 2 of the Pick 4 play, the 1 came out, so we're on 3, 4, and 5. Lifting Legend, Abby's Medal, and JM Wind Shear. Pacing events, closing out the card, races 8 and 9. Race 8, we're using 1 All-Star Twinkle as well as 4 Panther Momian, the 5 McWicked Move. Deepest of all, race 9, we're going 3, 4, 5, and 7 on the end. 21.60, 20-cent wager. The way it looks on the screen for this late Pick 4 ticket idea. Gary Guy's got a Pick 4 play mapped out. Let's get a look at Gary's ticket. Ooh, he's in cheap. Just $2.40. You can play this one for $1. It would cost you $12 even. We do have the Pick 4 starting up, and Gary's going to single a number 2 All-Star Angel here, a second choice currently at 5-2. Seventh race for Gary. Top selection was the 5 JM Wind Shear, also including 3 a Lifting Legend. He's on the 1-4 in race 8 All-Star Twinkle, Panther Monium. And on the end of it, his top selection in the finale is number 5, No Money Honey, though he does include 3 Kitties Column and the 4 Stay Pumped. Again, just $2.40 to play along with Gary Guy. Connolly Ecclestone, let's see what Connolly's offering up for his Pick 4 ticket idea. There's a single in his sequence, race 7, the 6th race. He's on 2 All-Star Angel for Lily Lace. He does single up Abby's Medal, the 4 in race 7. 3 deep, deepest of all, race 8 with a 1, 4, and 5. We're pretty much all on the same page for race number 8, the Pacers. And on the end of it, race 9, Kitty's Column or No Money Honey. That's the way Connolly sees it. He's in to go for just $2.40 on a 20-cent late Pick 4 play. Again, this Pick 4 covers the final 4 races as we lead into Industry Day on Monday afternoon, again at 12:30. Start time for the biggest and best day of harness racing at the River this summer.
Field for the 6th on Parade 1, Murray H., Damian McClellan for Kyle Bossenson, Fred Niclerio. Number 2 is All-Star Angel Austin Surrey for Rachel Andrew and Murray Graham McDonald. Number 3, Royal Life Semi-Filia for Shannon Henry, Leo Fleming, Trevor Henry Stables. And for Lily Lace, Mark Etzel drives and trains for Dr. John McKnight and Robert Newton and Peter Porter. Number 5, Pillow Thief, Jay Bruno for Julie Walker and Elizabeth Sheeland. Number 6, Lockdown Romeo Paul McKenzie for John Holding and Morley Bosworth. And number 7, Twist of Tabby, Anthony Hahn for Caitlin Graham. Field of 7 for race number 6. Let's get a look at this field. And, well, we're both on the All-Star Angel Austin Surrey for Rachel Andrew. And this is one that's coming in off of a nice start at Mohawk.
Very nice start there. Just missing by a head. Really nice final quarter in there. 27-4. For a trip in 154-3. So now she comes back to the 5/8. We'll call that off a heart-building deuce. 7-5 currently, and could be sitting on her first victory of 2025. Now, had she won last time out over Woodbine Mohawk Park, she would have shaved 5 seconds off her life best of 159 flat that was taken at the River. So the form is really sharp. Coming into this one, All-Star Angel, top selection. I'll stick to it all day here at 7-5.
She looks like a pretty muscular filly. You know, I was watching John Bax and Dr. Ian Moore had a video on Standard Canada about conformation, and it's something I wished I knew a lot more about, because I just don't know enough to know what I'm looking at, and I'd certainly love to learn more. But that to me looks like a filly that has a bit of good size to her.
Put together nice. Got a big back end, too. Looks powerful on the back end. I like to see that. But to have an idea on conformation. I attend the London Classic yearling sale every fall here. And, I like to look at the horses prior to going into the sales ring. But what am I looking at? Not quite sure. I know what a good horse looks like. I'm just not big on finding conformation with it.
Yeah, and it's great. And look, Dr. Ian Moore and John Bax, a couple of the most accomplished trainers over a long period of time. So it was great to hear what they had to say. Check that out on StandardCanada.com. It's a great piece.
Sure,
and
will do.
Number 4, Lily Lace, Mark Etzel driving and training. Talk about fine horseman, Mark Etzel.
Exactly. We've already seen him in the winner's circle this evening earlier, and my oh my, muscle mass certainly stamps them. And here's another one. A filly out of an Andover Hall mare, and she comes in from the big track of Woodbine Mohawk Park. It's the one-time winner this season. It was late May, call it mid-May, in 156-2, where she was racing up close. Maybe if Mark can find a spot up close on or near the lead, she gets a big shot to pick up her second victory of 2025, and Mark would be in the winner's circle twice tonight.
You know, number 7, Twist of Tabby, is not without a shot in here, 13-1. The last couple races pretty good, beaten 3/4 a length and a length and a quarter.
Here's my big value play here. Co-longest shot on the board, an early speed threat. Anthony Hahn goes on for Katie Graham. I've got lots of time for this one to finish in the top 3 or 4 here.
And then number 3, Royal Life, is one that, the last race was second at Georgian Downs. Spent some time on the outside, and yet look at that pretty strong back half, 56-3. Royal Life and Semi-Filia for Shannon Henry. Don't fall asleep on this one.
Right, it's been pretty good over Georgian, 58 speed in the last couple. Maybe that relates over to some 57 speed over the River. I'm thinking this race goes in 56 or 57, so going in the right direction. Still winless in 2025, but I could see this one hitting with superfecta.
That last race that Royal Life was in, a strange race. You don't usually see this scenario. 101 and 3 to the half, the mile in 158 and 1.
Ooh. Wow.
Walking early.
Did the pace setter win it?
Walking early and flying late. I don't believe so.
Okay.
Checking my memory, but that's starting to fade, along with lots of other things. Field of 7 for race number 6. Field for the 6th race. They're at the start and they're off. And leaving from the outside, Lockdown Romeo, and also driving Marie H on the inside. Then Royal Life is third away. Twist of Tabby, Lily Lace, All-Star Angel is just second last in front of Pillow Thief, and Marie H has the front right now for Damien McClellan. Royal Life and Sammy Fillion second. Lockdown Romeo, thou art third right now, in front of Lily Lace and Twist of Tabby. Then All-Star Angel and Pillow Thief, and they race on towards us. Marie H and Damien McClellan with the front right now. Leads strongly by about 3 over Marie H. Over Royal Life as they race on towards us. Marie H is on the board at 21-1 and has the lead. And Royal Life is racing second. Lockdown Romeo third. Lily Lace mid-pack fourth. And races in front of Twist of Tabby. All-Star Angel now starts to roll but has a lot of rolling to do. And then it is back to Pillow Thief, 56-2 halftime off that 27-2 opening quarter. And Marie H at 21-1 still has the lead. And Royal F at 10-1 is second. Lockdown Romeo third, but Lily Lace is getting up a little bit closer. It's still fourth, though, about 4.5 off the lead. All-Star Angel now is moving up closer. And then also coming as Pillow Thief and way back Twist of Tabby. 125 and 4 3/4 time, and it is Marie H who's leading still. Marie H and Royal Life and Lily Lace as the field is about to turn for home. Marie H and Damien still leading as they come on down the stretch drive. And then it is Lily Lace second, but Marie H, well, Marie H as they come to the finish, they're not catching Marie H. And Marie H is going to win, slowing at the finish, but who cares? Lily Lace is second, beating a length and a half, and then All-Star Angel and Pillow Thief 156-4. Marie H did heavy lifting early and then had enough left to get home as a nice 21-1 winner to kick off that late pick 4.
Amazing. Longest shot on the board here. Starts up the late pick 4 at the river. You know, the last time she was a winner, was at the river, was back in mid-June. And she was paying like $3.90 to win. She's going to pay well over $40 on the nose this evening. I think the horse players, as well as myself, we all got away from her because she had the rail. If you look through the program lines, this filly hates the rail. I mean, she's been breaking the last couple of times, and when she's had the rail, so I was thinking more of the same this evening, but wasn't going to happen. She was good to go. Never better. 156-4 again. Longest shot on the board here for Damien McClellan.
The only thing to note, though, probably a different horse on the lead because the last time she won was sent to the front and was able to keep on going at 57. Now, that was a maiden win, but at least it shows you that maybe she just has to be on top.
Likes to be on top and has to get away cleanly, right? Like I said, that rail, I knew she was not a fan of it. But she overcame that tonight. They couldn't get close. They never challenged her at any point in the mile. 27-2, 56-2, 125-4. Nice new mark. 156-4. Kyle Boston's trained. Damien McClellan driven to win.
Yeah, the last time she had post 1, she was the betting favorite and, made 2 breaks to prove your point.
Yeah, I was told way back prior to her only victory that she absolutely hated the rail. The start before that, and she got the rail about a month later. Didn't work for her at the rail tonight, and the players stayed away. and she said, "Let's do this thing."
Well,
She rocked it.
now she's got a win in the non-winners of two after having that maiden win. So now two wins on the season in only 25 starts, and that's why you're looking at 21 to 1, but also looking at Marie H. in the winner's circle, the 3-year-old My MVP Bay Fillion by Fred Niclerio and Daryl Newbegin, and Kyle Bossons. Kyle, the trainer, Damon McClellan, the winning driver. Second win for Marie H. this year in lifetime. 156-4, a new career mark. The sixth race, it's one Marie H. 44.50, 15.80, and 4.70. For Lily Lace, 390, 220, and two All-Star Angel, 210. $2 Exactor, 159.50. Dollar Try, 294.55. Dollar Super, 1,063.95. 20-cent Super, 212.79. The sixth race order of finish from the top is a 1362457. That's 1362457 on the bottom.
Winbank Farm graduates have earned close to $465 million and have won nearly 50,000 times, selling yearlings eligible to Delaware, Indiana, Kentucky, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, Ontario, and Pennsylvania, producing yearlings from outstanding sires including American Ideal, Bettor's Delight, Cattle Wash, Courtly Choice, Father Patrick, and the Great McWicked. For more information, winbackfarm.com.
Field on post parade for race number 7. 1 scratch, 2 Jet Air, Damien McClellan for Robert Kyle Fellows and Triple S Equine. Number 3, Lifting Legend, Brett Madonna for Dominic Ladew and the stable. Number 4, Abby's Medal, Austin Sorry for Rick Ziron and Hut Racing. Number 5, Jam Windshear, Daryl Cheeson for Matt Dupuy and Joe Muskokaman. Number 6, Movie Buff, Mark Etzel drives and trains for Robert Newton and Shantana Peter Porter. And number 7 is Just Fabulous, Anthony Hunt for Shane Weber and Tom and Elizabeth Rankin. It's a field of 6, race number 7. Let's get a look at number 5, Jam Windshear. Well, first order of business for Jam Windshear is don't make a break at the start and then see how things go. And, well, can you shed some sunlight on Jam Windshear here in race number 7, Sugar?
Oh, I love Josie's beautiful sunsets there at the river. I miss being on track at this time of the evening. Those that are lucky enough to be there get a beautiful sky in the background of the grandstand at Grand River Raceway. But yeah, this 5 JM Windshear, you just got to toss that latest, right? Does have a 57-4, second best effort. The start before that. The key for this one will be to remain flat, stay trotting, right? Good-looking daughter of Tactical Landing, I believe, is sitting on a win.
And you talked about post 1 and trotters. Well, that was post 1 last time out. Now at post position 5, so maybe that is the difference. And Jam Windshear, back-to-back runner-up finishes before that last one. So thought is if she can stay flat, she's probably going to get home in front with double-barrel Daryl driving. Number 4, Abby's Medal. Well, set up a Rick Ziron, Austin Sorry, one that was competitive in a prospect series, 4th last time out, and just before that had a couple of thirds. This one's been traveling around Georgian, Kawartha, then here, and now stays here.
One of her best trips was the latest, right, where she trotted home 29-4 for a sub 2-minute mile, 159 and 1 clocking. Now she might build off of that. I could see her racing on or near the lead. Plenty of gate speed by the looks of it. And we know Austin Sorry doesn't mind sending them there at the river. Abby's Medal gets a shot. I'm not sure she's good enough to win, but worth a look for sure.
You know, one thing that interests me here is number 3, Lifting Legend, because after back-to-back trailer posts, we don't really know what this one will have in store early. You do see a break at Georgian Downs July the 1st when post position 1. But Lifting Legend, there might be some more in the tank, and this one sent up by Dominic Ladew with Brett McDonald driving. We saw Brett with a nice win earlier in the evening. Lifting Legend is getting some love at 7-2.
Yeah, and noticeable stamp by Sire Muscle Mass here. Great looking 2-year-old, but and that's just the thing, right? Both the 2 and 3, they are 2-year-olds racing against older horses. But I do like the look of this one. Brett McDonald, we've seen in the winner's circle already tonight, and the price is okay, 7-2. I think it's just very tough to go against the 5 should that one stay trotting tonight.
And then number 2, Jet Air. Well, this one had a problem in that first career start, but last race was smooth. And you know what? You look at it first and think, well, faded badly at the finish. No, actually came home. That was the quickest quarter. It's just that the race didn't go much up top.
Well, Damien McClellan, right? He just scored with the longest shot on the board in race number 6. And, you know, with Damien winning race 6, the opening leg of the pick 4, he left less than 2% of the $4,400 pick 4 pool in play. That's right, only $74 live, and there's still 3 legs left to go, Gary.
You know, an earlier trot race, you didn't use Mark Etzel in your top 4, and, well, neither did I. Are we going to pay for it again?
I don't know. Mark Etzel's got this 6, a movie buff. She's been out twice at the river. She's going to have to need to find another second or two because I think this race has got sub 2-minute speed for the winner all over it.
Yeah, sitting at 8-1 on the board, and the sun peeking from behind the trees. And
Beautiful.
man, okay, enough sucking up to Josie Bean and the video crew. Let's stay focused here on the job at hand, Sugar Doyle. It's a field of 6. Jet Air and Lifting Legend on the inside. In the center, Abby's Metal and J.M. Winshire. On the outside, Movie Buff and Just Fabulous. Field 4, race number 7, moving into position. Field for the 7th. At the start of the rough, Just Fabulous will stride up with Abby's Metal, Jet Air on the inside, and Lifting Legend. Then J.M. Winshire and Movie Buff is back trailing the field. Right now it is Abby's Metal and Austin Sorey sent to the front. Just Fabulous and Anthony Hahn, though, is going to continue to drive on the outside and gets a couple of taps to keep on pressing on to try to clear to the front. Just Fabulous at 7-1's taken the lead. Abby's Metal is racing second. Lifting Legend third. Then racing fourth is Jet Air and is in front of J.M. Winshire, and Movie Buff is watching this movie from the trailing spot as they race their way up towards the half. And now Abby's Metal wants to come back and grab the gold seat as they race their way on up towards the half. Abby's Metal, Just Fabulous is racing second. Lifting Legend is right in there behind those two, third. Then it is Jet Air. And then we have J.M. Winshire, and Movie Buff is still on a back seat in this movie as they race their way up towards the half and past the half, 58-4. Abby's Metal is open to lead right now, in front by about 4 1/4 over Just Fabulous, and Lifting Legend now is starting to lift on the outside and is moving up, and then J.M. Winshire is second over, but still about 4 off lead, but closing. Then Jet Air and Movie Buff, 3 to the inside, 3 to the outside. Abby's Metal did all the work early, takes them by 3/4, but that lead is quickly diminishing. Lifting Legend on the outside is going to muscle up and grab the lead. 1:29 2 3/4. Lifting Legend, Abby's Metal weakens, and now Just Fabulous is about to take over second. Lifting Legend as the field turns for home. Just Fabulous as they come on down the stretch drive, and it is Lifting Legend is now clear coming to the finish. Lifting Legend, and Brett McDonald wins it. Just Fabulous second, J.M. Winshire, and then Jet Air. Mile of 2 minutes and 4/5, and Lifting Legend and Brett McDonald, another nice steer, just sitting a little bit off the pace and then rolling by quite nicely.
Yeah, that would be the driving double tonight for Brett. Very patient steer on a great-looking son of muscle mass. One of the few times you're going to see a 2-year-old beat some older horses at the river, and well met with her. 2 minutes 4/5, maiden mark. Well done.
Well, and I said we don't know what to expect because a couple of starts from the trailer post, and then you saw that break at Georgian Downs when leaving, but left just well enough. The Abby's Metal and Just Fabulous left out hardest, and then he was got away third, I believe.
It all seems so easy after the fact, right? You just nailed it right there when you said back-to-back trailing spots. We all know, whether it's a half mile or a 5/8 track in Ontario, one of the toughest posts to win from now is the trailing spot. I mean, I'm sure if you ask drivers, they'd rather have post 7 or 8 at the river versus that trailing spot. So great to notice that, Gary. I think you nailed it right there. Back-to-back trail post, and now at the nose on gate was able to sit up close. And when Brett McDonald asked, Lifting Legend responded.
I think the trailing post is tougher here than many other places because of that slanted gate and that straight run. The outside horses also leave, so when you're in that trailing spot, everybody's blasting out. You just can't really get away well.
It's tough, but I think it's just tough everywhere. I mean, in London here, a trailing post, it just puts you in no man's land. It doesn't matter if you get some early speed or if you're a closer. It's just so tough to win from a trailing spot. How about muscle mass, though? I was talking to people today. There's a nice muscle mass 2-year-old track record holder that won last night in Charlottetown. I said, come on to London. There's 37 yearling sired by Muscle Mass in the London Classic Yearling Sale this fall.
Well, they do tend to get the job done, and there's one that got the job done here in the 7th. A 2-year-old Muscle Mass Bay gelding, Lifting Legend, and owned by the stable, trained by Dominic Ladew. Brent McDonald with a driving double. First win for Lifting Legend, 2 minutes 4/5. The 7th race, number 3, Lifting Legend, 833, 82.50. 7, Just Fabulous, 593.35. Jam Windshare, 240. $2 exactor, 54.10. Dollar Try, 112.55. Dollar Super, 288.75. Seventh race, or we finish from the top. Scratch 416352. That's scratch 416352 on the bottom. Field on post parade for the 8th. 1 is All-Star Twinkle, Austin Sorry for Pamela Goodale. Number 2 is Bunny Rabbit Hustle, Daryl Thiessen for Ty Robillard and James Berry and Claire Berry. Number 3 is D, Anthony Hunt for James Dean and Wilman, James McKenzie and Paul Chapman. Four is Panthermonium, Jeffrey Hunt from Matthew Pennis and Metaross Stables. Number 5, McWicked Move, Jason Ryan for Brent Dunbar and Dorothy Dunbar. And number 6, Captain Chloe, Brent McDonough for Caitlin Graham. Field of 6, race number 8. Let's get right to it. And I want to start with number 1, All-Star Twinkle. Sugar, interesting that this is one that showed no willingness or ability to get off the gate. And yet last time out, blasted to the front. This one has 2 wins this year, and both of them are from way off the pace, and yet last race blasted out and second beat in 3/4. So I'd imagine now with Austin Sorey driving and after Scotty Holder sending this one out last time and racing well, maybe that's the plan again.
I'm not sure what we're going to see from this one. I mean, I've got her pegged on top, but the last time she had a rail, it was Georgian. And they're at the quarter only 30 flat, Gary, and she's sitting 7th, 9 lengths behind. So Austin will have to find a way to find what Scott found last time out. I mean, that's crazy to go night and day. You know, sit almost 9 lengths back at the quarter and 30 to be leading the next start out in 27 and change.
Yeah, blasted off the wings. And look, we talked about also post 1 here, but I should mention post 1 on the trot is the 7th best post, but on the pace, it's second to number 5. So All-Star Twinkle on the inside. The Pacers don't seem to mind leaving on the inside.
I would never have thought that. If you'd have asked me where post 1 was for winners at the river for Pacers, I would have thought 4th or 5th best.
No, second best, but 7th
Wow.
on the trot. So the trotters clearly aren't fond of leaving out from the inside, but the Pacers, they don't mind it. And also, this is one that shows no X's on her dance card at all, so probably wouldn't mind it either. There is that second best, the best post position, I should say. One is the second best, McWicked Move, and hasn't made a winning move yet this year, but you see some form.
Yeah, I mean, I like the trip last time out where was able to finish 4th in 54 and 4 over Grand River Raceway. She's shown that speed a few times. So for that, and that alone, I'm going to make her a top 2 threat in here. Jason Ryan certainly gets along well with the horses at the river. Right now, there's 3 of them holding at 2-1, and the other 3 are co-longest shots on the board at 10-1. Crazy.
Well, and all the captors had different versions of 1, 4, and 5 in different orders, so they agreed that those are the top 3. But you and I both went to All-Star Twinkle on top, and then you have McWicked Move, who finished second to Panthermonium from a trailer post a few starts back. Well, I went to Panthermonium second, one that was a winner here 2 races ago. Last race, post 7, really they didn't go enough up front, and yet this one came a good back half, but didn't really get a lot out of it.
Didn't really get a lot. Got a check. Got paid for showing up to finish 5th, but I think Jeff Hunt will have a front-end mission on his mind here for this daughter of Panther Hanover. She was on the lead 3 back, and she was able to go all the way to pace to her life best of 154 flat. I see front-end mission written all over this race for Panthermonium.
And that was Austin Sorey that time out, and showed Jeff Hunt. I think maybe that's the best plan, because Jeff drove this one the last couple times and didn't get this one off the gate, and Austin did. Another one to look at is number 6, Captain Chloe. This is of the 3 that aren't being bet. We both went to this one as 4th best, and why not? Came up victorious at Clinton last time out.
Yeah, just strictly best of the rest for me. I mean, you're getting Brett McDonald, who's driven a pair of winners this evening. Brett hops on board a catch-driving assignment here for owner-trainer Katie Graham. Would need to find another second or two to compete for the top 2 or 3 because the 1, 4, and 5, I think they're all in that 154 range.
Yeah, and All Star Twinkle now has dropped down to being the 8-5 over that 4 and 5. We both went to All Star Twinkle. I want to see if the plan is to leave, but I'm betting that Austin tries to plant this one on the lead. Might end up getting a pocket behind Panthermonium, or might just be setting the pace. If I had to guess, I'm saying on top at the opening quarter.
They're going to line up here. It appears the gate is moving. I'm going to call it right here, right now, that the pace setter gets the victory. Not sure who's going to cut it. I've leaned towards the 4 to be on top, but whoever cuts this one out, going to win it.
I also find in a smaller field, it's a better chance to get the front end victory because you usually can get left alone on the lead a little bit more.
Big second quarter breather coming up.
Field for race number 8. Field of 6 taking up their positions. Field for the 8th race is at the start and they're off, and from the outside blasting out, McWicked Move, All-Star Twinkle on the inside, All-Star Twinkle leading out right now, then McWicked Move and Bunny Rabbit Hustle, then Panthermonium and D, and Captain Chloe is trailing the field. All-Star Twinkle 3-5 on the board. Twinkle Twinkle All-Star leading as they race their way on past that opening quarter, and Bunny Rabbit Hustle hustled out 12-1, racing second, 28-2 opening quarter, and now angling to the outside and making actually still on the inside, McWicked Move, who is racing about 6 off the lead. Then it is D, and then Panthermonium, and to the outside, Captain Chloe. But right now it is All-Star Twinkle of a 28-2 opening quarter. And All-Star Twinkle is leading by about 3. Bunny Rabbit Hustle 57.5, and All-Star Twinkle continues on and is leading by about 3.5. Bunny Rabbit Hustle, McWicked Move, Captain Chloe, then D, and Panthermonium trailing. And All-Star Twinkle says, to heck with breathers, let's just bottom out the field. All-Star Twinkle leads by about 7 lengths, and Bunny Rabbit Hustle, Captain Chloe, McWicked Move, and D, and then back to the trailer, Panthermonium and All-Star Twinkle. Leads right now by about 9 or 10. Bunny Rabbit Hustle, Captain Chloe, and McWicked Move, and D, and then it is Panthermonium, but All-Star Twinkle on down the stretch where they come is gone on the field off 3/4, 125-3. All-Star Twinkle, Austin Sorry, blasts the field and wins by about a dozen lengths, and then it is between McWicked Move and D and Panthermonium for second, 154-3. All-Star Twinkle, whatever Scotty Coulter found last time out, Austin found the same and more.
Did Austin ever? I mean, nice trip by the filly. We called 2 things right. We said the trip's probably going to be around 54. And we said whoever's cutting it is going to never challenge. There was never a threat for daughter of sports writer. Yeah. Didn't pace to a new mark, but came close to it, just a 5th off her all-time best of 154-2.
Yeah, and the reason why nobody came first up on her is they weren't close enough to come first up.
Heck no. You said bottom out the field. Indeed, there's no second quarter breather needed. This filly was just on go tonight.
Yeah, and look, there's he's holding on the line, just saying, oh, buddy, we've already got the win. You don't have to go more.
You know what? Some of them, when they're out there by themselves like that, you can grab up a bit, and they'll want to fight it, and they'll want to go more. So I think that's what you were seeing there with All-Star Twinkle and Austin Sorry. I mean, if she would have taken on a challenger at any point, might have looked a little different, but like I said, she was out there all by herself, completely on go this evening, and well-meant winner.
Well, they get the front and they're having fun, and they're like, don't take a hold of me. Like, look, this is fun. Let's just roll.
Very brave. I was thinking the 5 might have got the deuce in there, but no, there was some a big long shot that you like to see in behind a favorite, right? 22 to 1, second best behind a 3 to 5 shot.
Yeah, D gets position B at 22 to 1 with Anthony Hunt. So it's a 1-3-5-4. Number 1, All-Star Twinkle, 3-year-old sports writer Bay filly, owned and trained by Pamela Goodale. Austin, sorry, the winning drive, third win on the season. All-Star Twinkle, victorious in 154-3. Eighth race. 1 All-Star Twinkle, 342.60, 210, 3D, 1097.10, and 5 McWicked move to 80. $2 exactor, 49.70. Dollar try, 58.45. Dollar super, 86.60. 5.20 cent super, 17.33. Eighth race, where we finished in the top, 162435. That's 162435 at the bottom. And fans, just to note that programs for Industry Day Monday afternoon are on sale in the Paddock in the Simulcast Lounge. So the Simulcast Lounge is selling programs for Industry Day Monday. And don't forget, the post time, 12:30 p.m. That's programs on sale in the Simulcast Lounge here this evening now. On post spread for the ninth, one safe passage. Damian McClellan for Mike McClellan and Phyllis McClellan. Number 2 is Pretty Missy May, Daryl Cheeston for Ken Middleton Jr. and James Grant. Number 3, Kitty's Column, semi-filly for Cameron McQueen and John McQueen and Gregory Tuckwell. 4 is Stay Pumped, Austin Sorry for Dean Nixon and Mike Gillis. Number 5, No Money Honey, Mike Vanderkamp for Stuart and Patricia Bolander. Number 6, Ace 44 Lady, Jason Ryan for Ken Fritsch and Clayton Fritsch and Jim Wilson of a Carrier. Number 7, RJ Jean, Jeffrey Hunt for Ruth Moore and James Hasty. And number 8 is Queen of the Deck, Lauren House for Scott McNiven and Kimberly and Brad McNiven and Thomas Broadhurst and Doug Haywood. Field of 8, race number 9. Let's get a look at this field. And we'll start with number 5, No Money Honey. Hasn't got a win yet on the year, but one that, I think this is a softer spot than that last race at Georgian Downs and actually raced well, and you also see some 52 speed on the big track.
Yeah, I really like the chances for this one tonight. The only horse in this field that is winless thus far in 2025, and I think she's found a great spot. Mikael Vanderkamp does the training and driving for Stuart and Patricia Bolander. Again, this is a great spot. 6-5, not much of a price, but as long as she doesn't go below that, I mean, anything less than even money, I might start to look elsewhere. But for me, this is the perfect spot for this one to get off the schneid in 25.
Of course, it's awfully difficult to take a low price in one that's offering an offer so far on the year. But,
right,
well, could break through here. No Money Honey, you're not going to get much money, 6-5 if it holds. 4, Stay Pumped. Well, this is one that Scotty Coulter drove to victory last time out, and now Austin Sorry is driving. Have we seen that story play out recently?
Likely have, right? I mean, it's going to be second time for trainer Dean Nixon. I was surprised to see RJ Jean had Austin on board last time out. It was a gate-to-wire winner. Austin appears to opt for this 4, Stay Pumped. So that had me thinking I got to make this one a top 2 play in there, just for the simple fact Austin Sorry appeared to have a choice, and he went there.
Yeah, and I was referencing the 8th race when Scotty Coulter drove one and was very effective. And then Austin stepped aboard and picked up a win. And this is one that Scotty was able to win with last time out. And Stay Pumped is sitting at 4-1. Number 3, Kitty's Column, is the one that I went to second best here. The thing, though, that last race at Georgian Downs, they really didn't offer a lot coming home. But also, they went the half, 56-4. That's not crazy fast for Kitty's Column. Would have liked to see him better on the finish, but still 6 wins on the year.
Yeah, and she's been running and gunning, right? Like, she's been on the lead in each of her last 5 outings. You know, it works for some time, but it could be time for this one to find a helmet to follow, especially with a mare or a filly. I like to see them get covered up now and then, and maybe it's time for this one.
Yeah, and Kitty's Column has already got 12 wins this year and last year, so certainly proven, but we're going to have to see maybe different tactics, although, one thing is she's been a one-trick pony, and that one trick has been not too bad because 3 wins in the past 6 starts. We'll see what Sammy's plan is for Cameron McQueen. Strong connections. Number 7, RJ Jean. Well, this one won last time out and beat All-Star Twinkle, and was All-Star Twinkle any good?
All-Star Twinkle was all right. RJ Jean, I like her chances here. I mean, I go back to that 8th race, Panthermonium, I thought would show some early speed. Well, Jeff Hunt asked her to leave. She wanted nothing to do with it. Maybe if Jeff wants to ask RJ Jean to flash that early speed, she might be on board. And if she could ever find the lead in here, RJ Jean could be tough. And the price is right now double digits at 10-1.
And I threw Pretty Missy May onto my top four here. Partly, I'm a little more loyal than you are. I'm loyal to the Union. I'm a fine Union man. And Ken Middleton
You
Jr.
are.
with Pretty Missy May, double-barreled Daryl. He's not quite as hot as he was a little while back, but Daryl's still having himself a season with a 310 driving average. It's, I think, time for double-barrel Daryl to get one onto the ticket again. He's having a great
Might
year.
be all right in there. Yeah, Daryl Thiessen for a piece of high five. And shout out for Cosa, Gary. $100 Visa gift cards to all the winning caretakers Monday Industry Day.
Oh, Curtis has reached into his pockets there. Love it. And the thing also, we'll have a great show here Monday as always, and I'm glad to see Greg Blanchard on board with you on Monday. Greg always brings his A game. That's the only game he has.
Yeah, he's already down at the Meadowlands this weekend, and he'll be with you on track Monday.
Some frequent flyer miles from the
Yes.
from the Hambo to here. It's a field of 8 for the 9th race. Field for the 9th race. At the start, RJ Jean will blast out, and then also leaving his Kitty's column, Pretty Missy May. And then on the outside, RJ Jean. RJ Jean is second right now. Pretty Missy May on the inside is third. Then Safe Passage and No Money Honey and Stay Pumped. And back to Ace 44 Lady. And Queen of the Deck is trailing the field. Kitty's column on the lead again. RJ Jean at 14-1 is second. Pretty Missy May at 20-1 third. And then Safe Passage as they race on past that opening quarter. 27 seconds put up by Kitty's column. And Sammy Filia and has a lead of about 2.5 or 3. RJ Jean, and then Pretty Missy May and Safe Passage and No Money Honey. Then it is back to Stay Pumped and Ace 44 Lady, and trailing is Queen of the Deck as they race their way up towards the half of a 27-second opening quarter. Kitty's column leads right now by 2.25. RJ Jean, Pretty Missy May on the outside, is moving up now and moving pretty well. Has come on now on the outside to take over second, 55-4 halftime. RJ Jean weakens a bit on the inside. No Money Honey is moving up, and then it is back to Stay Pumped and Safe Passage well back. Ace 44 Lady and further to Queen of the Deck. And it is Kitty's column who's got the front. Pretty Missy May 20-1 racing second. No Money Honey 3 wide closing, and then RJ Jean on the inside and Stay Pumped and Safe Passage from the backfield. Ace 44 Jean has a full head of steam, a lot of work to do, but is flying. And then Queen of the Deck, and now they're bunching up as they turn for home. On down the stretch drive they come, and in the center of the track, No Money Honey's got the lead. No Money Honey, but here comes Ace 44 Lady, and also coming Stay Pumped. No Money Honey's going to win. Stay Pumped second, Ace 44 Lady, and 3 across the track for fourth. Mile of 1:55-3. No Money Honey.
Indeed, she found a spot, right? Off the schneid in 25. That was a perfect spot. I mean, Kitty's column went to the lead again and put up some ambitious early fractions, 27, 55, and 4. So it was for sure setting up for a closer. No Money Honey gets it all tonight for Mikkel Vanderkamp.
Yeah, there were some others that were coming from the backfield, but
Indeed.
No Money Honey was a little bit closer, so had a better chance to track down the leader that did all that work. And but we do see flying late was Ace 44 Lady and Stay Pumped, I believe, up for second. As we see them coming down the stretch, the backfield, look at now they're bunched up and they were spread out early. But No Money Honey just has to fend off a move from Stay Pumped and Ace 44 Lady, but had it, and 3 across the track for fourth. But at least your top 2, No Money Honey and Stay Pumped, you nailed the top 2.
They got along just fine. One that I would be looking forward to seeing next time would be the 6 Ace 44 Lady, if she decides to come back for the river, because that's a big closing effort. I mean, they weren't getting home any, though, right? 59-4 back half, so it had to be a closing type to get there.
Yeah, and the last start at Georgia, an ace 44 lady made the move too soon. Actually got up and then tailed off badly because just the move came too early.
Yeah, it was a nice spurt between the quarter and three quarters, but you can only take so much air on the outside when making a bid for the lead. It just didn't work out for her, but she had a real nice kick on the end of tonight's finale. But they weren't beating this one tonight. 6-5, her price held, so that's all right with me. A little bit better than even money.
Well, enjoy your weekend of racing action, and then be here. Make sure 12:30 Monday.
Bright and early. I'll be there. See you.
Rock and roll. It's No Money Honey back in front of us. 54637. Number 5. No Money Honey. 5-year-old bets off Bay Mare. Owned by Stuart and Patricia Bolander. Mike Vanderkamp, the trainer, and the winning driver. No Money Honey. First win of the year. 6th lifetime. Mile of 155-3. Ninth race payouts 5. No Money Honey. 450, 270, 230. 4 Stay Pumped, 310, 230. 6 A's 44 Lady, 590. $2 exact, 1120. Dollar try, 36.95. Dollar high five, 398.35. We had a dollar pick 3 of 25.50. Dollar pick 4 of 1243.70. 20-cent pick 4 is 248.74. Ninth race order finish from the top is an 874-21356. That's 874-21356 on the bottom. Well, fans, that concludes the live harness racing program for this Friday evening. Action resumes on Monday, first dash 12:30 p.m. Get up early Monday, 12:30 p.m. is the first race post time. Buenas noches, amigos. Good night, everybody. Good night, Josie Bean.
Good night, Gabe.